Hi gorgeous beings, and welcome to your weekly reading. I do believe that this is going to be one of the last masculine feminine based spread group readings, general kind of readings. I don't think it's going to be the last. I think I'm going to be moving away from it for a bit of time. This channel was the first to do any kind of masculine feminine based reading. None existed before they existed on this channel, and it became something huge. It became something massive. But now I feel like the flip side, Eight of Pentacles, the flip side of the kind of coin in terms of oneness and many, the one and the many, two sides of the same coin, I want to go to the one side. It just feels like this integrated side, the one, it really is the yin yang. The yin yang symbol is really, really the core of it. But it's a little bit like, it just feels like a circle now. It's still got the masculine, feminine, yin yang, black and white, opposite and the same complementary thing going on, but it's just from a slightly different, the whole, the perspective of the whole. I've always been working from the perspective of the whole, but it's like you can view it from a separate position, or you can view it from a kind of non. And so anyway, that's what's happening right now. The only constant in life is change. This is eclipse season. There's lots of sudden change things going on. I actually personally feel quite good in this changing movement, not knowing. There's an experience of suspension. It's a bit like anything can happen. So if you're connected to, the beyond, and the energies as I am always, as I was saying to a long-term client, friend, I don't know what to call people that I work with regularly. They're just angels. Thank you. Talking about how, when you live beyond the seeming, it's like everything's the front cover of the book, and when you're always experiencing behind the scenes, you can experience kind of what's going on there, and how it is impacting, how things seem on the outside. This is what this work's about. But right now, it feels as though that space is malleable. It's kind of there's nothing much going on there either. So it means that it's a little bit like it's more of a void space. There's more space, and so anything can kind of like come in and fill that space. So there's a lot of change. So this is change. It could change back, but right now, I personally, this work is shifting into a new, much more expanded place. I've been building a foundation, I realize here, and the house is just about to be built. So get ready for that. Keep your eyes open. I'm going to let you know when a whole new era of you and me working to build our best lives and our best world together is happening. So keep your eyes open, because I'm going to be sharing, or make sure you're getting the updates and for the channel, because I'm going to be letting you know how and when you can get involved in that. So thank you for being here, and yes, I'm just going to take these cards out one at a time. I'm going to let the book, the page, hello, Two of Cups. I'm going to let look at that light. Where is it? There we go. Oh, I love playing with this light. Sorry, I'll stop. I'm going to let the pages unfold as they as one at a time, and let that little chapter of the story be told. The chapter of the story for those that wish to live in love, that wish to live in harmony and balanced relationship, no matter what that looks like and how that's expressed with themselves, with others, and with their environment. That's what I'm passionate about for everyone. So yeah, a bit more of a shuffle. I've been shuffling them for a while. These are my oldest cards of this deck. So I always feel as though they get a bit kind of they've had a lot of energy move through them. They like a bit of a wash. You know, they're wise, and maybe it's just they need a bit more time to warm up. Okay, nearly there. Cool. So, bottom of the deck for this week is... Please give your feedback to let me know how you feel about this spread on the video. So, bottom of the deck is this Ten of Wands. I do feel like this is going to be a bit of a challenging week. I do. I think it's going to feel as though there's a lot of challenge. I think it's going to feel as though we've got a lot of work to do. I think it's going to feel as though we've got a lot of work to carry. I don't think it's necessarily going to be such a massive emotional upheaval. I think it might just be more in a practical way. Just there's stuff to do. And, you know, it may and could manifest for some as emotional. I mean, I'm just getting, yeah, it will be emotional for some, but it doesn't mean that you don't look at this card and be like, oh, it's going to be a really hard, difficult week, because it might just be that, you know, you're very busy, or suddenly, you know, you've got to go and do this thing and that thing, and, you know, you're all over the place. And it will be a physical thing rather than an emotional thing, but it is that there's a lot to do. It can feel overwhelming. It's saying, okay, delegate things. If it's emotionally overwhelming, talk to a friend about it, see someone. If it's physically demanding, you know, get people to help you. It's just, if things get thrown up and a lot of things seem to be coming in and happening, then you know, ensure that you delegate. Don't take it all upon yourself, because what happens when we take it all upon ourselves, we feel overwhelmed, and then there's a tendency for us to go into the victim martyr kind of mode, which is completely understandable, because we just start repeatedly telling ourselves the story that we, you know, identifying with the one that has to do everything and carry everything, and, you know, and that then it's like that story gains momentum, and then before we know it, we're like stuck in this kind of victim mentality that everything's always upon your shoulders, and nothing changes, and blah, you know, it can happen very quickly. So it's a little bit of a heads up to say, just be a little bit careful about that, because that could happen. So just be a little bit careful about that. So yeah, I'm just going to go one at a time in a spiral, and just see I'm just going to start reading them. I'm just going to read them from the top. It is all happening. The dream. If you haven't checked out this new reading, please do check out this new reading. I think it's the most powerful reading I've ever given. About truly knowing how to live in union with ourselves and with another.